Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Well, Jess Phillips and Nigel Farage are still with me. We are just waiting for Labour to move the writ for the Oldham, West and Trident by-election. We think maybe early December the by-election will take place. And your two parties will be nose to nose, tail to tail, head, not tail to tail, no. Nose to nose, head to head, knuckle to knuckle in that area, arguing for the working class vote.
And you think that you can win, do you think, UKIP?
You know, in the neighbouring constituency, just a few months ago, we came within 600 votes in what was one of Labour's safest seats. Look, it's been a solid Labour seat. You know, Michael Meacher held that from 1970.
Michael Meacher is quite left-wing as well.
He was left-wing and popular.
Not seemingly a far-right seat, is it?
Well, we're not a far-right party, obviously, and that's why we do so well with Labour voters, unless you think a lot of your own voters are secretly far-right, which I very much doubt. Point is this, I think, that this is the first test of Jeremy Corbyn's leadership on a national stage. And I think there is a genuine question of, you know, is he patriotic? Does he actually believe in the country?
Of course he does.
I mean, we know he's a Republican. We know he wants to give the Falkland Islands to Argentina.
If you want to talk about tests in leadership, will you stand down if you don't win in Oldham? Or
well, I won't be standing in Oldham, but no.
Will you stand down? Because you said
question.
You'd stand down if you didn't win in the last election,
well,
but you failed.
Well, I did.
You did, but yet you seem to be here, back with us.
But that's not got much to do with Oldham, with respect.
No, but I think that it's very unlikely that Oldham will fall to UKIP.
You've got a new leader. You've got a new leader, and the question I'm asking, is he perceived by patriotic old Labour, working class voters, as Andrew defined them, is he seen to be for them, for the country, and is he prepared to lift a finger to deal with the issue of immigration? Because this constituency has been through very rapid demographic change in the last few years.
Jess, he does have to, I mean, it's a very important test for Jeremy Corbyn's election, isn't it?
It will be a test for him. I think it's one he will pass, to be perfectly honest. I think there's an awful lot of stuff that will be hitting the people in Oldham incredibly hard that Jeremy Corbyn has spoken out against.
Well, we will see, as they say, in December. Thanks, both of you, very much.
How's Mr Corbyn doing?
Well, not as badly as some people predicted. That may not be a very high bar.
What about all these people he's been appointing? Is that a worry? Is it?
Well, I think there is a slight sense that he is only appointing around him people who agree with him, but that's his small local group. And you know, prime ministers, leaders, they tend to do that. It's not always a good idea, but it's your natural instinct that those closest to you are the ones who are watching your back.
Will, do you think the Corbynistas, as we call them now, along with Mr MacDonald, of course, will they want their own person in for the Oldham West by-election, Michael Meacher's old seat?
Well, we shall wait and see, and it'll be watched with extreme anxiety by a lot of people in Labour as to whether, say, the momentum movement gets going, which is mobilising all the new people who've joined the party to see whether they can select somebody. I mean, you know, it is so important that Labour wins this by-election that you just hope that the local party, who'll have quite a lot of say in the selection, chooses whoever looks like they can win Oldham best. Because
they'll be up against UKIP on this one.
Absolutely. And, you know, Corbyn will be in bad trouble if he were to lose this one. I don't think he will, but if he were, he'd be in bad trouble. So they must choose somebody. The Corbynistas must choose someone who's a winner. That's what matters most.
Any inside info on this?
Well, remember, because it's a by-election, it's the very strict national executive rules, which is that there's a three-member panel of the NEC who draw up a long list and then a short list. And that panel has Jenny Formby, who's obviously the political director of Unite, who's favourable to Jeremy Corbyn, but then it has Keith Vaz on it and Ellie Reeves, who are much more mainstream people. So I'm not sure this is quite the great moment for a sort of a Trotskyite entryist moment. It's quite established, the procedure here.
Just final quick thought. Scottish Labour this afternoon probably vote against Trident. We don't know yet. I'm just taking a guess that they probably will vote against it. They might not, but I'm taking the guess. Is that a significant milestone in Labour moving against Trident?
No, because I think it's largely a symbolic vote, and I find it hard to believe that Jeremy Corbyn's personal position on Trident, which is very anti, will ever carry a party with lots of MPs, with manufacturing workers as constituents, with trade union linked to the old right, with fairly no-nonsense views on defence going back to the Cold War. I'm not sure that the Scottish vote today, or even Jeremy Corbyn himself with a personal mandate, can carry that that kind of opinion.
We shall see, and we shall see how the vote goes.
I've been getting